Good evening and welcome to another episode of Falcon Update live on YBTV. I'm Paul Callender.
And I'm PJ Rydell. Thank you for tuning in.
Taking a look at Messiah's COVID-19 dashboard, Messiah currently has 39 active cases and 21 recovered cases. This week I talked to Betsy Miller to get a better look at Messiah's COVID status. Ways. Restrictions such as mask wearing continue to remain in place in all public buildings. Against all odds, the Engle Center continues to work around the clock to keep campus safe and healthy.
My staff is putting in really long hours, and we are working really hard to try to keep campus open and to keep everybody healthy. So we do feel the weight of responsibility in that, but we also are looking to a lot of other campus partners to help us. So
students may remember hearing that restrictions will loosen once the university population is 70% vaccinated. While the overall campus population has reached over 70%, the integration and response team has reevaluated this decision.
When we were talking about 70%, we were looking at COVID from the standpoint of COVID last year, not COVID with Delta. We are not quite to 70% yet. We're talking about each particular population, so employees and students, residential, undergrad population is I think at like 68% right now, so we're getting closer. What the scientific data is showing is that you need more like 85 to 90% to be able to like remove masks and you know not really have those restrictions in place. So my sense is that we're not going to really be able to do a whole lot at 70%.
In order to slow the spread, KN95 respirators have become more available for students to grab from their residence director and even at the Engle Center. For YBTV, I'm Paul Callender.
On Saturday, Messiah celebrated Homecoming and Family Weekend, featuring many beloved traditions and festivities, including the Powder Puff Games. Let's go to Marie Miller for more.
Soccer isn't the only game happening today. I'm here at the rec fields where the sophomores and the seniors are facing off in the championship Powder Puff game. With plenty of people up on the hill and on the sidelines, the Powder Puff games kicked off. The first years faced the sophomores for the first game. Both teams fought hard, but the sophomores won with an ending score of 18-0.
I'm Nate. I'm a sophomore. I'm the coach for my wonderful team over here. They did a great job. I'm super happy with the way they performed. I'm looking forward to go to the championship game.
All right. What was the score, the ending score?
18-0, and I'm really happy with the way we performed.
In between games, the fans on the field got some action from the refs' halftime show and a furry falcon friend. The juniors and the seniors faced off in the second game with a close win by the seniors at 30-6.
It was really great. We had great effort from everyone, played all the plays perfectly, good intensity, and yeah, I'm just feeling really good. I am losing my voice though, so that's unfortunate, but we're having fun.
The seniors won the championship game against the sophomores after a 12-12 tie in the last 30 seconds of the game. The final score was 18-12. Senior quarterback Abigail Varney was proud of the win.
This group of girls, our defense really killed it, and I think that's what brought us ahead.
All right, any last words? You're a senior, you're graduating. How does it feel to win the championship Powder Puff game?
Yeah, I mean, my freshman year, we obviously lost, and so it was great to finally win and end on a good note and send all these girls off with a great win. So.
After the game, both teams put their differences aside and ended in a group prayer. For YBTV, I'm Marie Miller.
Thanks, Marie. But the Powder Puff Games isn't the only thing that brought students together this weekend. Students sang their hearts out and waved their phone flashlights in the air like they just don't care at this week's Homecoming Coffee House. A unique variety of talents were featured at Coffee House. Michael Flores was drumming up some business with a drum solo, and Justin Tan brought down the house by beatboxing.
I'm really excited for tonight's performance. It's my third time performing at Messiah, but this time I'm going to be performing with different kind of audience, a mix. So I'm really interested to see how it play out, and I hope it works out.
Parents and alumni enjoyed some snacks, and it was a good time all around.
Before the show, the Messiah community rallied together for another Messiah tradition. It's Josh McLeaf with a closer look at the Whiteout March.
A beautiful October day and homecoming weekend, which brings an assortment of beloved Messiah traditions, including the annual Whiteout March. On Saturday evening, students lined up outside of Hostetler Chapel to receive their 2021 Homecoming and Family Weekend t-shirts before rallying together and participating in the event rooted in school spirit.
So I just really love the student body, and we're going to be really loud, and we're going to talk a lot, okay? We're going to get really hype, all right? Let's go!
From Hostetler to the Admissions Center and to Starry Field, students proudly marched across campus and went to support the men's soccer team who played Lebanon Valley on Saturday night.
Personally, I wasn't expecting this many people to come. We ran out of basically all of our shirts, so that just shows like even after the 250 free ones are given away, students were still eager to get out here and support the Falcons. So I think this is an awesome experience. To be a Falcon whiteout is a part of our tradition, a part of our history at Messiah, and just getting to be involved in that and getting to march on the field, walk on down with the bagpiper and just stand right here on the track right here at Starry Field. This really gives the students the sense of belonging and a sense of community here at Messiah.
Spirits were high and morale filled the air as the Falcons ended the game, beating Lebanon Valley 4-1. But all points aside, the whiteout game marks a time where Messiah students, parents, and furry friends can come together under the wings of the Falcon. Still, what would a homecoming win be without some fireworks to light up the night?
3, 2, 1.
For YBTV, I'm Josh McLeaf.
Thanks, Josh. On the night of October 8th, students also gathered together at Murray Library for a Battle of the Wits. Hosted every semester, Murray Library's Trivia Night had students scrambling for answers, covering themes like general knowledge, music, and even Messiah faculty. Each round also consisted of a bonus question testing everyone's knowledge on fun facts about Messiah. Snacks and beverages were also generously provided, creating a fun and stimulating environment amidst the midterm stress. After 4 rounds of thrilling questions of 3 teams, the highest scores emerged victorious, winning grand prizes such as Amazon gift cards, Pop-Tarts, and other goodies.
Overall, it was a fun weekend with plenty of activities to keep students engaged. Don't go away, there's more Falcon Update after the break.
My name is Nathan Sims. I'm a junior at Messiah, and I'm a double major in both film and media arts and Spanish. I grew up making films as a kid. I saw that Messiah had a film program, and so when I visited, I just thought this is the perfect fit. Both the theory and practical considerations here have really increased my skill set, not just in a technical sense, but also from a theoretical perspective as well. I think the biggest piece that I'll add to my portfolio before I graduate is the final film for the junior and senior film project. That'll probably be my crowning achievement because I'm working with so many other artists and other film majors, and it's just been a really great opportunity so far. I think I'm most excited to use skills I've learned in documentary class. I have to make ethical decisions in every step of the process to really come up with a strong and truthful way to tell someone else's story. I think my professors have done a really great job of being strong examples for what combining your faith and your ethics with an art form like film, what that looks like. And so the interactions have almost always been positive because they're really invested in what their students are learning. One of my most valuable experiences was my internship, where I was able to actually apply what I learned in the classroom to the real world, and I think that's a completely invaluable experience. Personally, I did my internship with the Department of Natural Resources in Maryland. One of my favorite experiences at Messiah so far has actually been the Splice Film Festival, which allows students to submit their own personal work, and being able to share the art that I created as well as my fellow classmates was absolutely beautiful. I think the market right now is very open for film and media arts majors. There's a lot of different ways that you can plug in, both at nonprofits, at regular organizations. I worked in the government, and so I think there are absolutely a lot of opportunities.
You're watching Falcon Update live on Messiah University's Yellow Breeches Television.
Welcome back to Falcon Update on YBTV. Have you ever wondered what goes into the events held for students? Let's go to Josh McLeaf for an inside look at the Student Activities Board.
Movie nights and concerts bring students together and make college life memorable. And at Messiah, those events are planned for students, by students. Members of the Student Activities Board gave us some insight into the event planning process.
The event planning process, I think it's a lot more involved than the average college student realizes. One of the things I would need to do is reserve the space. I would need to get catering organized through Two Bridges Catering. If we want any live music, there's a whole process for that. And all sorts of other activities, you know, going out to craft stores and buying things to make like a balloon dart station or things like little things like that.
It's about 15 to 20 hours a week. You know, that sounds like a lot, but it's manageable, you know, and it's the kind of thing where like one week it might be less than that, but on another weekend it might be like several events that are just SIB and everyone might have to do a little more than 20 hours, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm gonna do this so I can log these hours, it's more like whatever it takes to like get the events put on.
But SIB isn't exclusive. There are plenty of ways for students to get involved.
We're always like volunteers because we're trying to put things on that the student body enjoys as a whole. So, you know, if you have opinions about these things, then definitely, you know, reach out and let your voice heard.
Make sure you stop by the SIB office on the second floor of the Larson Student Union and say hi to the friendly faces behind your favorite events. For YBTV, I'm Josh McLeaf.
Thanks, Josh. Speaking of events, here's Reed Milliken with this week's campus calendar.
Welcome back to this week's campus calendar. I'm Reed Milliken. There are plenty of events to look forward to in the upcoming week, and don't forget that there are plenty of fitness classes in the Falcon Fitness Center, as well as plenty of campus ministry opportunities all week long. Dive into the Book of Acts at the Logos Bible Study held at Tuesdays at 8 and Wednesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Also on Tuesday, the Women of Color Support Group will be meeting in the MCC office at 4 to discuss current events, social issues, identity, and more. Attend the American Democracy Lecture with speaker David Blight in Palmer Hall at 7. Also on Tuesday, SAB is hosting 90s Nostalgia Night from 7 to 9 at the Union. Join them for throwback music, trivia, and snacks. On Wednesday, a talkback panel for Tuesday's American Democracy Lecture will be held in Boyer Room 231 from 4:30 to 6. Join the Swing Dance Club on Thursday night from 8:30 to 9:30 in Stellenberger Sports Center for their weekly lesson. Please note that sign-ups are required to attend. Students and staff are gearing up for fall break, which starts at the end of this week. That's all for this week's campus calendar. I'm Reed Milliken.
Thank you, Reed. Let's go to Chris Blakeman with this week's weather forecast.
Welcome to the Falcon Forecast. I'm Chris Blakeman. Let's get right into it. This is the week leading up to fall break, and the weather is ready for us to go home. Currently, it is a high of 65 degrees and cloudy. A wonderful fall night. Tuesday will be cloudy with a high of 73 and a 5% chance of rain, while Wednesday is a high of 70 with a 2% chance of rain and partly cloudy. Thursday and Friday are both partly cloudy with highs in the 80s and a 20% chance of rain on Friday. For those of you staying on campus over fall break, this weekend brings rain on Saturday with a high of 79 and a 55% chance of rain. And Sunday will end the week with a high of 69, partly cloudy, and 30% chance of rain. That's all for this week's Falcon Forecast. I'm Chris Blakeman.
Thanks for that, Chris. Over the weekend, our reporters had a chance to connect with Messiah alumni. It's Reed Milliken again with this week's Falcon on the Street.
Welcome to Falcon on the Street. Today we're going to be asking people what their favorite part of homecoming is.
The Little Falcon Carnival. I got to volunteer this morning and it was like really cool seeing the kids just get to be a part of it and also seeing the alumni. It was awesome.
My favorite part about homecoming is the ability to come back to campus and see it in a new light, see the construction projects all complete, see how campus is looking now, catch up with friends, and always the athletic teams. I love going to our soccer games.
Getting to see all the people, the alumni.
Probably getting to see family and hang out with friends.
And I've loved coming to these food trucks and trying all the food.
Soccer games and powder puff too, powder puff too.
I'd have to say it's all these food trucks. The food is delicious. It's great.
My favorite part, I think it's seeing friends again, and it's nice to get back on campus, enjoy the beautiful fall day. So yeah, it's great to be back.
Probably catching up with all the friends that I had from years past and getting to do fun things with them and enjoy all the events that Messiah has.
That's all for this week's Falcon on the Street. I'm Reed Milliken.
Thanks, Reed. Although they're notorious for handing out parking tickets, the safety officers on campus have some duties you might surprise. Let's go to Marie Miller for this week's Bird's Eye View.
For this week's Bird's Eye View, we're shadowing a peace safety officer. Let's go.
My name is John Nacarado, and I'm the Fire and Safety Systems Coordinator here at Messiah University. What don't I do? I make sure, my primary job is to make sure that everybody is safe and secure and nothing basically is happening out there. So also tonight I'm also a safety officer, which means we also do lockups, various other duties such as ticketing, turning on the fire pit, responding to medical calls, responding to fire alarms, and also other trouble alarms and things of that nature. Also maybe animal removal. So we also do that, as well as setting mouse traps.
Awesome. Okay, let's roll.
All right. We'll do a perimeter check on the Agape Center.
Okay.
We'll close off the back 40. We go out to Bowmansdale and do a perimeter check there. Since the library closed early, I did a back door check. It's complete. All 3 doors are secure.
You make it look really easy. You do it so fast.
Okay.
All right, so sorry.
That was great, Marie. Messiah's Fellowship of Christian Athletes recently held their annual Sunrise Worship Service. Let's have a look and a listen.
We are here this morning all together just to be congregating on the top of Cemetery Hill. This is like such a blessing to just be here together and worship you with song.
We are so blessed to be able to put on the Sunrise Worship. We can worship God through music, we can worship God through prayer, we can worship God through meditation. There's so many ways, but music is one that really brings people together. What we love about FCA is the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. So when we get that communal feeling, we get the fellowship of so many people here on campus. That's why we choose music, is just because it's a way that brings your teammates closer together, it's a way that brings your friends closer together, and ultimately it's a way that brings you closer to God. We had almost 100 people here today, which is incredible to think about the fact that they're here at 6:45 on a Friday morning when they could be studying or sleeping in.
More Falcon update right after this break.
My name is Macy Thornton. I'm a senior and I'm a public relations major. I was initially drawn to the public relations major because I've always been great with people and the skills are very transferable. One thing that's definitely unique to Messiah is that they teach from a Christian perspective, and I've been able to use that in internships and those types of opportunities. The professors are great, they're very approachable, and they genuinely want to see you succeed. I'm involved in athletics in that I'm on the Messiah women's basketball team, and it's been one of the most enriching experiences of my life. I'm in a class called Senior PR Campaign, and we're working for an actual nonprofit organization off campus, so we're helping them with some PR related things, and it's just really great to actually put theory into practice and to feel like you're making a difference even though you're still in school. And I also had the opportunity to do an internship with a minor league baseball team, PR practitioners have to conduct themselves ethically. They have to have integrity. They have to be honest and transparent with the people they work with. So ethics is a big part of public relations. I believe Christian PR practitioners are called to hold themselves to a higher standard because of their beliefs, and that should show in their professional life. I feel very prepared with regard to the experiences I've had, the internship opportunities I've had, and the knowledge I have that the PR major has given me and the skills I've attained through it.
Hi there. You might wonder what a famous Hollywood celebrity like me is doing reading in the dark. Is this some new sort of Hollywood method acting? No. This is quite real.
Did you know that Americans use about 4 times as much energy per year as the global average? We waste energy left and right despite the fact that the dirty fossil fuels we use to power our energy sources wreak havoc on the natural world and destroys valuable wildlife habitats.
By reading with my solar-powered night vision goggles, I'm saving energy and looking sleek.
You don't have to sit in the dark like Ed Begley Jr. to save the world. Fight climate change by speaking up for cleaner, smarter energy, including rooftop solar.
Oh, that's way better. Oh.
Do your part and find out other world-saving tips at betterthaned.org.
You're watching Falcon Update live on Messiah University's Yellow Breeches Television.
Welcome back to Falcon Update live on YBTV. Messiah's esports teams have officially begun their fall seasons. The Overwatch team is off to a strong start, winning their first 2 matches, while the League of Legends team lost their match this past Friday, bringing them to a 1-1 record. League team captain Ethan Oates says, "It's a long season. Adversity is expected, deal with it, and move forward." Make sure to watch upcoming matches every Friday at 8 p.m. on twitch.tv/Messiah Esports.
Women's volleyball had a competitive week, starting off with a tough loss to Stevenson on Wednesday. While Messiah managed to mount a strong comeback after dropping the first 2 sets, they couldn't quite finish the job as they fell to a 3-2 on Saturday. The Falcons hosted a tri-match with Elizabethtown and Rutgers-Camden. The Falcons dropped the first match 3-1 against Elizabethtown. However, they rebounded strongly in their second match of the day, defeating Rutgers-Camden 3-0. The Falcons' next match is at Hood College on Tuesday.
Women's soccer extended their shutout streak to 4 games in this week's action, starting with a 2-0 win over Albright on Wednesday. On Saturday, the Falcons defeated Lebanon Valley College in their homecoming game. Christina Axelson scored the winning goal for the Falcons in the 81st minute to give Messiah the 1-0 win. The Falcons will take on Alvernia University on Tuesday.
And men's soccer continues to stand alone as the only undefeated team left in the conference after this week's games. On Tuesday, the team defeated Albright by a final of 3-1. On Saturday night, in front of the homecoming crowd, the Falcons dominated Lebanon Valley College by a final of 4-1. Messiah's Stefan Lietzel led the way with 2 goals to give their Falcons their 5th consecutive win. The Falcons take on Alvernia next Wednesday.
Messiah field hockey continued to dominate this week with a strong 2-1 win over Alvernia on Saturday. Michaela Malcolm led the scoring for the Falcons, scoring both of Messiah's goals. The Falcons improved to 9-2 with the win and will face Hood College on Wednesday.
And the Messiah cross-country team competed in the DeSales University Invitational on Saturday morning. Messiah's Logan Horst highlighted the action as he came in first place out of 189 runners in the 8K. At the end of the day, the men's team finished 2nd place overall, and the women's team finished in 3rd place overall.
That's all we have for this week's Falcon Update. For myself, Paul Callender, and our other fantastic reporters, thanks for watching, and get ready for a new episode of YB Tonight right after this.
77 is now officially rebranded as Yellow Breeches TV.
I'm Lily. I am a junior, and I am a broadcasting and media production major at Messiah. I chose to be a broadcasting and media production major because as a little girl, I dreamt of being a TV anchor. There are so many opportunities you can have as a broadcasting major. Messiah is really unique in the fact that we have our own TV station, and it's student-led, so each week we have Falcon Update, which is a half hour, and then we have MC Live, which is a half hour as well. My favorite part is just being in the hustle and bustle of everything, and I'm really excited to just be creative when I'm putting together news packages or shooting other stories, just really getting every element of storytelling in my work. So we have a lot of faith-based projects. Right now we're working on one, it's called Faith Sides for multimedia storytelling. In pairs we're interviewing each other for 2 minutes about some aspect of faith. A lot of students from our major either intern at ABC 27 or WGAL. I shadowed one of my professors at a Hershey Bears game. The Bears are a local AHL hockey team, and through that experience I developed connections, and eventually I got a job there. So I run the Crossfire machine and the LEDs on game days. My freshman year at Messiah, when I first came, I knew absolutely nothing about broadcasting or media, and now I feel confident that I can go work at a TV news station.
It's a big responsibility.
Oh, it's huge. I know, it's huge.
And the salary.
Oh my god, yes.
Right?
I mean, like, I was about to move in with my parents, and right before, yeah, so this saved me.
I really believe in you, you know?
Thank you. It's nice to hear that from someone.
These are cool. Did you, what did you?
From Messiah University in Grantham, Pennsylvania, here's your host, Riley Williams.
Good evening, Messiah, and welcome back to YB Tonight. I'm your host, Riley Williams, and we've got a show you won't want to miss. We have a live musical performance from Alexa Heyman and Sadie Heston, and then we'll sit down and chat with them. Don't go anywhere.
My name is Natalie Moy. I'm a senior and I'm a digital media major.
I feel like the classes here have helped me to train my eye to detect good design. I like how the professors don't force you into one way of thinking. Instead, they allow you to be creative and think of projects in your own way, and they will guide you and help you envision your project to make it even better and stronger. I have this one professor who starts off his classes with prayers, and I feel like that's really great because it starts us off reminding us that we are creating something for God, so we have that in our minds to create something that He will be pleased with. In my portfolio, I have quite a large variety of works. I have design-based works, I have photography, I have videography. One of the big projects I will be expecting in my portfolio would be from the junior-senior film class that I'm taking this semester. I'll be the production designer for this short film, and I'm looking forward to work with my crew because they're all awesome people. Messiah has this media hub called The Pulse, so I've been working for them for the past few months, and you can do stuff like designing, photography, videography, the radio station, and you can even design websites, write articles. I think it's a really great opportunity for me to get my work out there. I'm a designer, so people on campus or even off campus get to see what I do, and I think that's really great. So if you're a digital media student, you could go into computer science fields, or you could go into the film industries or graphic design. I guess it's the beauty of digital media, it's just so versatile.
Forests bring people together, feed the soul, and improve our well-being, cleaning the water we need, the air we breathe, and making our climate livable. Fires and natural disasters devastate our forests each year. That's why the Arbor Day Foundation is working to replant millions of trees across the country. Visit arborday.org and see how you can help.
Yes. Oh, hi. I suppose you're wondering what an A-list celebrity like me is doing in a place like this. You must know, I'm saving the world. Oh, hi, Beth. Yep, saving the world again. Did you know that 40% of all the food produced in the United States is thrown away? That means everything that went into that food, the pesticides, the water, the land, was all for nothing. Just look at this perfectly good food thrown in the trash. The pizza with extra Cheerios, these goldfish and Band-Aid tacos. And just look at this perfect trash burger. This pasta dog looks delicious.
You don't have to dumpster dive like Ed Begley Jr. to save the planet. Fight food waste by shopping smart and using what you buy before it gets trashed.
That's way better. Ooh, arugula.
Do your part and find out other world-saving tips at betterthaned.org.
You're watching YBTV.
Welcome back to YB Tonight. Without further ado, here are Alexa Heyman and Sadie Heston.
A time or two, what my brow kept pushing through. I couldn't see how every sign pointed straight to you. Every long lost dream led me to where you are. Others who broke my heart, they were like northern stars, pointing me on my way into your love. This much I know is true, that God blessed the broken road and led me straight to you. Think about the years I spent just passing through. I'd like to have the time I lost, give it back to you. But you just smile and take my hand. You've been there, you understand. It's all part of a grander plan that is coming true. Every long lost dream led me to where you are. Others who broke my heart, they were like northern stars, pointing me on my way into your loving arms. This much I know is true, that God bless the broken road and led me straight to you. That God bless the broken road, then led me straight to you. bind you to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, 'cause no one will love you as you are. But won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest eyes wanna cut me down, gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me, around the bullets hits my skin. Fly away, yesterday, I won't let the shame sink in. We're bursting through the barricades, reaching for the sun. We are warriors, yeah, that's what we've become. Won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. Sharpest words wanna cut me down. Gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me, marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. Do we start this one? There's nothing worth more that could ever come close. Nothing can compare. You are living hope. Your presence, Lord. I've tasted and seen the sweetest of loves, where my heart becomes free and my shame is undone. Your presence, Lord. Holy Spirit, you are welcome here. Come flood this place and fill the atmosphere. Your glory, God, is what our hearts long for. To be overcome by your presence, Lord. Your presence, Lord. There's nothing worth more that could ever come close. Nothing can compare. You're our living hope. Your presence, Lord. I've tasted and seen of the sweetest of loves, where my heart becomes free and my shame is undone. Your presence, Lord. Holy Spirit, you are welcome here. Come flood this place and fill the atmosphere. Your glory, God, is what our hearts long for. To be overcome by your presence, Lord. us experience the glory of your goodness. Holy Spirit, you are welcome here. Come flood this place and fill the atmosphere. Your glory, God, is what our hearts long for. To be overcome by your presence, Lord. Your presence, Lord.
Coming up after the break, we'll sit down and talk to them, get to chat with them. Stay tuned for more YB Tonight.
The nursing program at Messiah College prepared me in multiple ways. It really just helped me grow in my faith, first of all, but also in my vocation. I have found that adjusting to the work environment has been easier, and I feel that it was very much to do with Messiah College's nursing program.
The simulation labs here at Messiah, the ones that we used as students, are very comparable to the local hospitals.
My first job offer was here during a shadowing experience through the college. I interviewed and I pretty much got the job offer right there.
What I really like about Messiah students is that they look at nursing as a profession and a career, and they tend to do very, very well.
The fact that we are CCNE accredited says that we are engaged in effective educational practices. This means that the student who comes to Messiah College can be assured of receiving the highest quality nursing education, and that their degree will be recognized by top healthcare organizations and graduate programs.
A lot of the relationships that I have with my classmates are very, very special. Nursing can be challenging, and so it's very nice to have friends that know what you're going through. One thing at Messiah College, which is really great, is how the Christian faith is brought into almost every part of your college career. In a lot of the classes, you have sometimes a devotional, or it's integrated into the course curriculum somehow.
The faculty at Messiah cared for me as a learner and as a person. They poured time and energy into me and supported me in my troubles and shared in my successes.
Come visit, set up a time where you can meet up with a professor, sit in on a class. It's a great way to see what Messiah College is all about, and just an overall amazing experience.
You're watching Falcon Update live on Messiah University's Yellow Breeches Television.
Welcome back to YB Tonight. I'm joined here by Alexa Heyman and Sadie Heston, a fantastic duo who just performed live for us on the show. Thanks for coming on and playing for us. So, how long have you been playing your respective instruments?
I've been playing the violin since I was 3, but I've been playing the piano for, I think, I'm on like my 5th year.
I've been singing since I was 5, also played piano since I was 5, and then I've played my oboe since 4th grade and guitar since 9th grade.
Wow, that's really awesome. As music education majors, can you point to a time where you've been influenced by a music teacher?
For me, my violin teacher, I've had the same violin teacher since I was 3. So I've just kind of like grown up with him, and he's kind of just been like a second father to me and like a mentor. And I've done like weekly lessons with him ever since 3 years old. So I think that's mine.
For me, I think it was my elementary music teacher, and she's just been a really great influence and has really led me to where I am now. And so I still go back and ask her for things now that I'm writing a bunch of lesson plans for music ed. And so she's just a really great influence, and I love having her in my life.
Sounds like you guys have had a lot of positive music experiences in your life. What opportunities have you had here at Messiah to perform?
You want to go first?
So being a junior, I've had a lot of opportunities in playing with orchestra, playing with the wind ensemble, the symphonic winds, the woodwind quintet, and then several of the choirs like women's choir, concert choir, vocal jazz. So I've had a lot of great opportunities there.
Yeah, I'm a freshman, so it was really cool to like come in and have so many opportunities and just kind of like decide like which route you wanted to go. So I'm in orchestra right now, and we just had a concert, and that was a really fun experience. So it's been good.
That sounds really cool. So I know learning music has been proven to be very cognitively beneficial for students. So what other reasons would you say a student should learn about music?
I think that it can also help with a really good stress relief, because it can be something that's really calming and relaxing, and you can just sit down. I know I sit down and play the piano and just sing like worship songs or other things just to get my mind like steady and to be with God as well.
Yeah, I was gonna talk like my connection with God. I feel like through music has significantly grown, and also I'm talking about this in a communication speech where like kind of turning to music is like a therapy, but not thinking of it as like sitting in an office like with a doctor kind of way, but just like if you're ever in like a rough place, just kind of turning to music and connecting with God. I know that's helped me through a lot of different things, so that's, yeah.
That's a nice way to think about it. Would you ever record your own music, whether it's an original song or a cover?
I don't know. And like share it with the world? With like
share it or just keep it, record it for yourself?
Yeah, I would. I don't know how like public I would make it, but I definitely would. I have.
I would definitely say I have too.
Yeah.
I have like a private Snap story for that, but I don't do it often. But I just really like singing with friends, so if something really good came out of that, we might record it, but not to just publicly put it out there.
That's pretty awesome. What is something you would like to pass on to your students in the future when you graduate and when you teach?
I think a big thing for me is just kind of, I wanted to become a music educator just so I can kind of show students like the joy that comes from music and like the happiness it brings me and like the love I have for it, so I can help them work on like forming their own love for it and realizing like what they enjoy about it. That's why I'm a music education major.
I also agree with you, Sadie, that I really want to teach to spread the joy and love that I grew up with having, especially in all of my music classes, and so it's just a great experience to keep that fire going at a very young age and starting that fire as well.
Yeah, well, that's really cool. Once again, a big thanks to Alexa and Sadie for coming on tonight. Make sure to mark your calendars for our next show, which is on October 25th, with a special guest you won't want to miss. That's all for tonight. I'm Riley Williams, and have a great night, Messiah.